You just get in?
We got more people over
Okay.
here.
Here come Anthony.
Anthony.
Okay, so shuffle.
What
You don't count.
Man,
All right.
You on TV? I'm gonna act up then. Watch me watch TV, bro.
Good? You want to switch? Right here. Good. Do you want... Here.
Anthony?
Closing the deal. And here, you shuffle. And just shuffle. Shuffle.
Shuffle the
Shuffle.
cards.
Shuffle.
Shuffle the tuffle.
Okay. Whenever you're done, just put all the cards back on top. That's fair.
Only that guy.
And then, okay. So I don't know the order of these cards. You don't know the order, right?
I don't know.
So I'm gonna go like this, right? I'm gonna go like this. So you know the order of every single card of the deck,
Yeah.
right? So if I would say, here, hold these. If I would say King of Spades, you know exactly subconsciously where the King of Spades is in the deck.
No.
Yeah? Here, come over here. So deal the cards one at a time face up on the table. Whenever you have a feeling, deal them into one pile. Whenever you have a feeling as to where the King of Spades is, put one card face down. So go ahead. Go on.
So when you got that feeling.
Whenever the feeling. You sure?
Yep.
You want to change your mind?
No.
You could change your mind if you want, because you're
No.
going to say, you sure?
Yeah.
All right, here. Or you could have said the eight of hearts. You could have stopped at any one of these, right?
Okay.
Remember the card that I said?
Mm-hmm.
What card?
King of Spades.
King of Spades. Have you seen the King of Spades yet?
Nah. What the
So you stopped at one card, right?
Yeah.
And you had a feeling. You put one card face down. One card. And you could have stopped in any one of these.
Oh, hell no. This
So this is Polarity by Pablo Amira. What you get when you open up the box is a deck. Surprise, surprise. I know you saw the trailer. But this isn't just an ordinary deck. What you get is a double facer. Now your double facer is different than mine. It may be different, I don't know. But in my case, I have a King of Spades and Eight of Heart double facer. This double facer does not have a rough and smooth roughing spray on it. But you also get a deck. And this deck on the faces has roughing spray. So the way that this whole thing works, you have your double facer on the bottom, and let's say I'm going to tell the spectator Eight of Hearts. So after I do the presentation that I did in the trailer, I say, you know subconsciously in your mind the order of every single card in the deck. And this is the way it works. The spectator will place on the table cards face up, and they can legitimately stop wherever they want, and they put one card face down. You say you could have stopped at the King of Spades. You're putting down the double facer on top of the face down card. You could have stopped at any one of these cards. And we'll go into more in-depth presentation later. But when you tell them that they put one card face down, when you spread through the deck, there's one card that's face up, which is the Eight of Hearts. And it's brilliant, so smart. So that is a basic presentation of the Polarity deck by Pablo Amira. As far as how Polarity works, we're going to get into more in-depth presentation as far as the false shuffles and handing the decks out and having the spectator shuffle it, presentations that I use and Pablo uses. We're also going to teach you a surprise, which is, I'm just gonna ruin the surprise right now. It's a casual stack by Pablo Amira. So let's get into it. Before we get into the presentation, let's get into the setup. You want to take your double facer out. And again, this may be different but I have the king of spades, the eight of hearts, a double facer. If I want to force the eight of hearts, I'm gonna have the eight of hearts face up, and I'm gonna put the face down deck on top of that, so that you're gonna force the eight of hearts. If I want to force the king of spades, I want the king of spades face up, put the face down deck on top of that. So this is your setup, whole face down deck with the card that you're gonna force on the bottom face up. Hope you guys understand that. I'll say it one more time. If I want to force the eight of hearts is gonna be face up, the face down deck goes on top. Super simple. One thing that you probably wanna do is you wanna take out the double facer. Mine is the king of spades and the eight of hearts, and you wanna take that card out of the deck. So you wanna take both of them out. So I have the king of spades and the eight of hearts. I wanna go through the deck and I wanna take out the king of spades and the eight of hearts. So here's king of spades, and here is the eight of hearts. I wanna take that out. I'm just gonna put them aside. So whatever cards are on your double facer, you wanna take those cards out of the deck. They may be in the deck, they may not be. So just in case, just double check that. So Pablo's presentation is brilliant. What he talks about is positive thinking, which isn't my style, which is why my style is different. What you saw in the trailer was different. But Pablo's presentation is great. What he talks about is positive thinking. What Pablo does is he does a false shuffle and he retains the double facer on the bottom of the deck. So to do that, all you have to do is clip the bottom and the top. And what you're doing is you're just stripping out those two cards and you're shuffling the cards on top of that bottom card. So let's take another look at that. You have these four fingers on the bottom of the deck and your thumb on top, and you're putting pressure on your thumb, and I put pressure on my first finger. And what you do is you pull both of these cards and you're keeping your double facer on the bottom. So do that again. And you're always keeping your double facer on the bottom. So to the spectator, it will look like this. So you always want to keep the back of the deck towards the spectator. So if you're the spectator, you're shuffling like this. And I'm always keeping the double facer on the bottom. Now, really quick, the card that you name is going to be on the opposite side. So in this case, I'm going to name the king of spades. So the eight of hearts will be face up. Again, your card may be different. So if you want to name the eight of hearts, if you want that card, if you want the spectator to flip over the eight of hearts, that's what you're going to do. You're going to have the eight of hearts on this side, right there, and the king of spades will be up. If you want the king of spades, it'll be like this. So you never want them to see the card that you are going to name. Hope you guys understand that. So he does this, the false shuffle, which looks just like this to the spectator. And Pablo Amira talks about positive thinking. So he says, as long as you think positively, you can achieve anything. So let's say, I say king of spades. If you think positively, you know exactly where the king of spades is in the deck. At the point after you're done shuffling it, it's hands off. The spectator picks up the deck and you tell the spectator, put the cards, deal the cards onto the table one at a time face up. And just wherever you think the king of spades is, put one card face down. Now you can show the spectator that just to show them what you want to do and then shuffle it again if you want. So they do that. They just put a card face up on the table one at a time, and whenever they want, they just put one card face down. Now there is a build-up here. They didn't see the king of spades yet, so when you turn the deck over, you deal the double facer on top of the face down card, and you say you could have stopped at the 8 of hearts, you could have stopped at the queen of diamonds, jack of spades, any one of these. And there's a build-up because they're not seeing the king of spades. The spectators are thinking, oh my gosh, this is gonna be crazy. I must be a god, I don't know. So after you deal all these cards face up on top of the face down card, you square up the deck. It's very clean. You tell the spectator you dealt one card face down. And what did I say it was? They say king of spades. When you spread the deck, the king of spades will show. And you could then show the back of every single card. You can't go like this because then they'll see the double facer. But after you put the king of spades on the table, you can show the cards just like this. You want to make sure that they aren't seeing this card, which is the card that they actually put down, which was the queen of hearts. But when you spread the deck, just make sure that that packet is spread over. You could have stopped at any one of these. And that is the positive thinking presentation by Pablo Amira. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make this effect more hands-off. And what you saw in the trailer is spectators cut the deck and everybody shuffled. We were switching packs with each other. We were shuffling it and just put on the table, and that's when the effect starts. So I'm going to teach you guys that. Again, you want to have the double facer on the bottom of the deck, and it is face up. And we start off like that. So I pull the cards out of the box. I give it some false shuffles as I'm talking to them. And I ask the spectators to cut a pack off. So let's say spectator cuts off a pack, another spectator cuts off a pack, and another spectator cuts off a pack. So we have 3 spectators. You could have less, you could have more, but you want to make sure that the piles are pretty much the same. So as everybody is shuffling, we're going to have George shuffle. Those are George's hands. This is the move that you're going to do to switch the deck. So what I'm doing basically, when I trade with them, I'm giving them the same pack back. So I'm always having the pack with the double facer, and I'm always keeping that double facer on the bottom of the deck. And again, we will just talk about this real quick. You always want to keep this double facer on the bottom of the deck. So what I'm doing again is I'm clipping the top and the bottom, and I am shuffling like this. I am pulling the bottom card and the top card off the bottom, and I'm shuffling like this. So to the spectator, it is like this, okay? So that's what you're doing the whole entire time. Every time you shuffle, you want to shuffle like that. So again, one more time, the spectators are shuffling. They can switch with each other. And George, if you want to switch with me. And here, you could take that. And we're shuffling more. You guys can actually switch with each other. You just want everybody to switch with each other. You want all the cards to be switched. Whenever you're done, just put the cards back in one pack, and your double facer is on the bottom. Now we're going to talk about the switch. This is the switch, and we'll just do it with 2 packs. So what I do is I have the deck between these 2 fingers, just like this. And when I take the deck back from the spectator, I take the spectator's pack and I put it between my ring finger and my first finger, and I just give it back to them. So again, at speed, it just looks like this. And again, you're talking to the spectator, so it really doesn't matter. To the spectator, they just think they're switching cards. They don't know what you're doing, so why run when you're not being chased? Boom, up. See, that was a little messy, so we'll do it again. I have to regain my smoothness. Here we go. There we go. Good. And whenever you're done, just put it on the top, and you're all set up for my presentation. Now, in my presentation, one thing that I always tell the spectators is, you don't know the order of the deck. I don't know the order of the deck. Nobody knows the order of the deck. So the reason why I have this more hands-off and I'm having the spectators cut packs off and everybody shuffling it and we're all switching with each other is because I don't want anybody to know the order of the deck. I don't even want to know the order of the deck. So to the spectator, in the spectator's minds, they think that I'm not even part of it. This isn't about me, it's about you. That's what I say to the spectator. So takes off all the heat on me, and it's more about them. So that's the reason why I have the spectators switch and cut the deck, and we're all switching with each other and shuffling. I don't want it to be about me. It's not all about you. It's about me. So after you're done doing that, you take the deck, it's all shuffled up. I tell the spectator, you don't know the order of the deck. Actually, I don't even pick the deck up. The deck is just sitting on the table. So the deck is sitting on the table. The less you could touch the deck, I think, the better. So after you're shuffling it and everybody puts the cards back, I always show my hands like this, and I just square it up. And I tell the spectator, you don't know the order of the deck. I don't know the order of the deck. I just talk about what happened. All you guys cut off a pack, and we all mixed. We all switched with each other. So I don't know the order. You don't know the order. But when I pick up the cards and I do this to them, I tell them subconsciously they know the order of every single card in the deck. And one more time, I just want to do this so you guys don't do it. But you don't want to start at the bottom because that's your double facer. So they might get a little flash or a glimpse of your double facer. So you just want to start maybe around here. So again, you pick up the deck, you're holding it like this. And when you pick up the deck, you just tell the spectators, so I'm going to do this. I want you to watch right here, and I'm going to go like this. So now you know the order of every single card in the deck. And they probably won't agree, but I tell them subconsciously they know. I have the spectator pick up the cards, so I'm now the spectator. And I say, whenever you want, I want you to stop at the King of Spades. So subconsciously, you know exactly where the King of Spades is. So what I want you to do is I want you to deal a card on the table face up one at a time. And whenever you think the King of Spades is in the deck, wherever you think it is, just put one card face down. So they do that. They deal onto the table one at a time, face up. Whenever they want, they put one card face down. Now what you do is you turn the deck over. You actually take the deck from them. You turn the deck over, and you said you could have named the 8 of hearts. This is the double facer. You always want to take the double facer off and deal the double facer on top of the face down card. You could have named the 4 of spades, or you could have stopped at the 4 of spades, any one of these cards. And sometimes I just put packs down. It does not matter. The more messy you could be, the more it looks like you don't care, the better. Show your hands empty, square the deck up, and say, you put one card face down. What did I say it was? King of Spades. You put one card face down. You spread the deck. The king of spades is face up. You have a miracle on your hands. And they could have stopped at any one of these cards. So that is my presentation. That is the hands-off presentation. So for those of you that have really big balls, these handlings are for you. I have a couple ideas. You just have to have big balls to do them, like me. But the method you saw in the trailer, I didn't really have big balls. But this, you need to have huge, ginormous balls to do this. So, just a couple ideas. So one big balls method is to cop off the card. You have the double facer on the bottom. And what you're going to do is, let's say the spectator asks you to shuffle the deck, or asks to shuffle the deck, so they want the deck. What you want to do is give the deck to them, and you have double facer copped. And when you cop it off, the double facer, your hands will be at your side, just dangling there, and Dave Vernon's little swing method makes it look like you have nothing in your hands. But that is a copping way. So you get to cop off the card, which is all you're doing. I'll show this to you guys. All you're doing is you're taking the bottom card, you're pushing the deck forward, and you're just copping the card off like this. Daniel Madison has some great copping methods. Check out his stuff. But that's just a basic cop. Just boom, just like that. And if you're doing it at a table, you could go like this. You could tell them to, shuffle the cards if you want. And but usually I do this standing. I don't do this sitting. Another method that you could do is you could have this card, your double facer, in your back pocket, or your shirt, or not shirt pocket, but your front pockets, and all you have to do is just palm the card and just tell the spectator to shuffle the deck, and you can just sit at the table just like this, just like that, and just shuffle the deck like that. So they're doing that. When you grab the deck back from the spectator, you're just adding the double facer on and turning the deck over. Another thing is, this is something that I've tried a couple times, but you could totally have the double facer on the bottom of the deck, and you could have the spectators shuffle the cards. They could shuffle in their hands as well, and all that you want to do is talk to them. This is huge on presentation. You want to always make sure that the spectators are looking at you. You just want to talk all the time. So as they're mixing up and you're talking to them, you say, I don't want to know the order of the cards, because this isn't about me, this is about you. And they're shuffling, and you're just making sure that they're looking at you the whole time. You're doing your presentation, they're just looking at your beautiful face, and they're shuffling. Now, all you want to do is, when you spread through the cards, you tell them you mixed up the deck really, really well. I mean, you don't know the order of the deck, I don't know the order of the deck. Done. And you cut the double facer to the bottom. So let's say we'll do it one more time real quick. Let's say I'm forcing the king of spades. I give it to the spectator is shuffling, and I'm talking to them, blah, blah, blah. So you got a little flash there, but you're talking to them, so they're not gonna look at the deck. You could even say to the spectator, don't look at the deck, because I don't want you to know the order of the cards. You take the deck, and that's crazy that it's on the bottom, but we'll just cut it in the middle. You pick up the deck from them. You say, you don't know the order of the cards. I don't know the order of the cards. That's crazy, because what we're going to do is we're going to go after your subconscious. You want to make sure that you're not flashing here. So you always want to go like this. And what you could do is, if they have friends, you could do that to their friend. You could say, okay, so I don't want her to know, so I want you to look away. Let's say you are the spectator, and I'm showing my friend right here. So I don't want you to see, and I'm saying this to the other spectator over here, I don't want you to see, but I want you to confirm that all these cards are mixed up. I don't want your friend to know the order of the deck. So done. The double facer is now on the bottom of the deck. So those are a couple presentational ideas and a couple presentational tips. But listen here, I got a surprise for you coming up next. So stay tuned. So here's the surprise. You guys get to learn stack. This was not in the trailer, but I just wanted it to be a surprise just for you guys. So this is a mathematical stack, and it was inspired by Cy Stebbins, and I'm gonna look at my notes, Bob Mason's automatic stack. So this is a mathematical stack. It's great. And I'm gonna show you guys the stack, but first I wanna show you that it's great. It doesn't even look like a stack. It just looks like the cards are mixed up. And what you could do is you could also do a little mixeroo, or you could do something like this, little fancy mix like that. But it doesn't disturb the order of the deck. We're gonna get into those false shuffles, but first I wanna show you guys the stack. And I'm gonna show you every single card in the stack, so you guys can go along with this and put this in the right order. Starts off on the top, we have the ace of spades, 6 of clubs, jack of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 8 of clubs, king of diamonds, 5 of hearts, 10 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, 7 of spades, queen of hearts, 4 of diamonds, 9 of spades, ace of hearts, 6 of diamonds, jack of spades, 3 of clubs, 8 of diamonds, king of spades, 5 of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 2 of spades, 7 of hearts, queen of clubs, 4 of spades, 9 of hearts, and then ace of clubs, 6 of spades, jack of hearts, 3 of diamonds, 8 of spades, king of hearts, 5 of diamonds, 10 of spades, 2 of hearts, 7 of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, 9 of clubs, ace of diamonds, 6 of hearts, jack of clubs, 3 of spades, 8 of hearts, king of clubs, 5 of spades, 10 of hearts, 2 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, queen of spades, 4 of clubs, and 9 of diamonds. So that's your stack. It's a great stack, and to be honest, I never did stack work until I learned this. So now that you have the deck set up in casual stack order, we're going to teach you the value first. So the top card is the ace, and we're going to add 5. We're always going to add 5. So the value of an ace is 1. I always have to remember that. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So that's what your next card will be. 6 plus 5 is 11. So 11 is a jack. And then jack is 11, so you want to add 5. And that will be a 3. So it goes, jack is 11, so 12 is queen, 13 is king, ace is 1, 2, and 3. So 3. 5 plus 3, 8, and so on and so forth. So I'm sure you guys get this by now. So that is the value. So now that you know the value, we're going to teach you how to get the suit. So this is my awful art piece. We work in chased order. So I'm gonna put this down right here. And this is chase order: clubs, hearts, spades, diamond. So put this right there. So if it is a face card or the ace, it's going to be opposite of this suit, opposite of that suit, whatever's on there. So the opposite of spades is clubs. So if it's an ace or a face card, it's going to be the opposite or the mate of that suit. So the ace of spades, the opposite of that is clubs. So that's what the next card is going to be. Now, if it's a number card, we go in chased order. But we're going to go backwards in chased order. So Since it's a club, it's going to be a diamond. Now we have a face card, so it's going to be the opposite. Opposite of a diamond is a club. I'm sorry, opposite of a diamond is a heart. Tricked you. So there we go. So now, since it's a number card, it's going to be what's before chase order, which is a club. Now it's a number card, so it's going to be a diamond. Now it's a face card, so what is it going to be? It's going to be the opposite of the diamond, so it's going to be a heart. Heart, what's opposite of heart? The one before in chase order is a club. Club, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. The one that goes before clubs is a diamond. Do you guys get what I'm saying? If it's a diamond, what's before diamond? Spades. Before spades, hearts. Now it's a face card, so it's the opposite of hearts is diamonds. So, hope you guys get what I'm saying. So these are the things you want to keep in mind, that there are 13 cards in a single suit of cards. So all the diamonds have 13 cards, ace through king, 13. So we're just going to do a test, quick test. We're going to put one card aside. We have a 10. Now, we know the suit is the one before, so it's going to be a club right here. So we have a club. We know it's a club. We're going to add 5. That's 15. Now, since we're over 10, we want to subtract. Since we're over 13, rather, we want to subtract 13. So 15 minus 13 is 2. So we know it's the 2 of clubs. Guys, catching what I'm throwing? Okay, so we're going to do it a couple more times. I'm going to put a card aside. It's the king. Now, kings are very easy. So since it's a face card, it's the opposite. So we know it's a club. And it's 5. We just add 5 to the king. Since we're starting over, since it's 13, we're just going to start over. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know this is the 5 of clubs. We'll do one more. Hopefully we can all do this together. One card aside. We take a peek at the bottom card. It is a 10. So we know it's a 2. And it is a heart, 2 of hearts. So let's get into the presentation as to how to use the stacked deck with the Polarity deck. So if you guys want to do a false shuffle with your stack, you don't want to get these cards out of order. So I'm going to teach you guys a couple false shuffles that you can do. One is if you're at a table, it looks like this, where you're just taking the cards from the bottom of the deck. You're just stripping them off. So what you want to do is you want to grab the cards like this, and you want to strip off the bottom. And at speed, it looks really good. So the more messy you could be without losing the cards in order, the better it looks. You could also do a push-through shuffle, if you like. You could do one of those if you want. You can also do what Pablo calls the wicked overhand false shuffle. And that looks just like this. Just like that. So, to do that, all you want to do is hold the cards just like this, the whole entire deck. You want to pull down a stack of cards, like so. You want to grab the pack from behind while you're peeling off another pack. You want to come on top with all 2 piles in your right hand. You want to grab the 2 packs and put it on top, just like that. So we'll do that again. I'll do it real slow so you guys can see and you guys can follow along. So it goes 1, 2, 3, just like that. And it keeps the whole entire deck in order. So the reason why Pablo likes a wicked overhand false shuffle is it's very convincing. So at speed, it would look like this, like that. The convincer, and I'll do it slow so you guys can see, is this motion right here. It looks like you're just squaring up the deck. I'll do it one more time so you guys can follow along. You want to strip off one pack. Bring your right hand on top of this pack. You peel off again, grabbing both of the packs. And you grab them both. And you go like this. That keeps the entire deck in order. So now we have the casual stack. We're going to take our double facer. We're going to remove these cards from the stack. So the cards that I have is the King of Spades and the Eight of Hearts. So I'm going to remove that. So one thing I want to keep in mind, and I want to tell you guys, I'm going to leave these cards in here for now. If I remove the 8 and the King, if the spectator cuts to the King, I know exactly what card's next, which is the 5 of clubs. But my problem is, if I remove the 8 won't be there. So I want to keep in mind what is on both sides of my double facer. So I know that there's the 8 of Hearts. So I'm going to actually do it this way. I'm going to remove the King. I'm going to put the double facer where the King is. And I'm also going to remove the 8 of Hearts. So if the spectator cuts to the 3, remember what I said before, you want to add 5. So that would be 8. The next card, since it's a spade, it'll be the one before, which would be a heart. So I know that the next card is the 8 of Hearts. But I know that the 8 of Hearts is on my double facer. So what I want to do is go to the next card. So 8 plus 5 is 14, or I'm sorry, is 13. And the one before hearts is clubs, so it's the King of Clubs. So all I want to do is just skip to the next one. So that's all that you guys have to do. Just remember that. Remember your double facer. Remove both of the cards that are on your double facer. Remove that, and we're good to go. So the casual stack is great as an opener for Polarity. So once you take the cards out of the pack, you could do false cuts, false shuffles like we taught before, and you have the spectator cut the deck. So once they cut the deck, we'll just pretend that the spectator cut, and you have, let's say we have 3 spectators cut to 3 different cards. So spectator 1 has this card, spectator 2 has this card, spectator 3 has that card. All you have to do is once you take the pack back, you just look at the bottom card. And to do that, all you have to do is just this. So you just turn the deck around and look at the bottom card. So we'll let you guys do this yourself. So 9 plus 5 is 14, and you know that the suit is a club, and this will be the ace of clubs. So you have the first spectator. You want to add 5 to an ace. That would be 6, and you know it is a spade since it's the opposite, so 6 of spades. And of course the last one, 5 plus 6, you know the suit. I'll let you guys do this yourself. It'll be the Jack of Hearts. So you could do that. You could have 3 spectators, pick a card. You could have 4. You just go down the line, and you just work from one card to the next. So that is the opener that Pablo has, and then after this, what he does is he just shuffles the deck. You don't have to shuffle it as a magician. You just have the spectator shuffle it. So you know you have the double facer. The spectator shuffles the pack, if you would like to. One thing that Pablo says is after you're done with the stack, the casual stack, Pablo puts it away. And one thing that Pablo says is, oh, you guys want to see another one? And of course, they would say yes because you guys are awesome. He would, once you take the cards out again, you could cut the double facer to the bottom. So we know that it is, if I could find it, I believe it is the King of Spades. Hopefully you guys can find it right here. Here we go. So one thing that you could tell the spectators is we know that the, right now I may know the order of every single card of the deck. And you could show it to them. I may know the order, I may not. What you're doing is you're taking the double facer and you're cutting it to the bottom. So all you want to do is, we'll pretend that this isn't casual stack order. I'll just go over through this one more time with you guys. So George, you want to see another one?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so you can see that all the cards are mixed up, right? All of them are mixed up. You can see that. Boom, you're all set to have the spectators mix up the cards. So you could do it yourself if you want. You could do the handling where spectators cut it and you switch with each other. You have so many options. You can cop the double facer off if you want. You could do whatever you want, and it's all up to you. So I lost my double facer, so I'm gonna find that real quick, and we're all set. So that's how to use Polarity with a casual stack. Now, I know this may seem overwhelming with all the numbers and everything like that, especially if you guys haven't done a stack before, but all you have to do is just practice, practice, practice. Once you have the casual stack, all you have to do is just sit in your room maybe for an hour and just put a card aside, take a peek at the bottom card, test yourself. And then over time, it'll just become second nature. So that's it, guys. That is Polarity by Pablo Amira. I would like to thank Pablo for letting me teach this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, for the casual stack, I know it could be a bit overwhelming, but all you have to do is just practice, practice, practice. I know you guys will get some really good reactions with this, and you guys don't have to use my presentation or Pablo's. You guys can be creative yourself. So use whatever presentation you want. And if you guys have any questions, I'm sure Pablo would love to hear from you. You guys can request him on Facebook. You guys can request me on Facebook. Feel free to email me at chris.oberly.com. Chris.oberly@murphysmagic.com. Or I'll get you in touch with Pablo himself, with the man, the myth, the legend, Pablo. So hope you guys enjoy that. Have fun with it, and I'll see you next time.